I would love to have a room with ceilings high enough to hang chairs like that because I keep bringing home neat antique chairs from estate sales and thrift stores. I'm Michelle with Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and of course, I've been thrifting again. This time we are at the Safe Haven thrift store in, I think it's Tangent, Oregon. It might be Albany. I don't know where the city lines are. We started out outside on the porch where they had these great decorative plates. They were three for $1, and some of them had just some fantastic imagery on them. But I can't figure out what I would do with them or how I would display them, so I didn't bring any home, although I think I'm going to regret it because these with the is he repairing a wheel? I don't have the historical knowledge to know what that guy was doing, but I just love them. And decorative plates with historic scenes and birds kind of have been my theme for the month. I do wish I had bought this one with the shoes. We saw in the summer, we went to the Scandinavian Festival, and there was a guy carving out wooden shoes out of a block of wood. And I was so fascinated by that process. Kind of wish I brought that plate home to tuck it away for someday in the future when I think of a vignette where I could use it. Maybe someday when I actually find a pair of wooden clogs that are the pair I want to take home and add to my collection of neat old stuff. I hope these found a good home because some of them were really fun. Do you have a collection of these or a great idea for how to use them? If you do, please let me know because I'm sure I'll be finding more of them and I would love an excuse to bring some home. That guy with the shoes is one that is totally going to haunt me for years to come. And that's why I bring home some of this weird stuff because sometimes it's worth spending the 50 cents rather than spend months or years telling myself that I should have spent it. They also had some really nice glass serving platters. I think these were $1 a piece. That one there, the oblong one with the roses, we got one just like that for a wedding gift. Now I'm really curious to know if I still have mine or if it's one of the things that was stolen when we had a break in while we were moving. Because I actually did track down one of my things at a sale up the street. I love the scene on this vase. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the waterfall and the birds and the foliage, and I have no idea what I would do with it, so I wasn't too tempted to bring it home. This store, sometimes they have some really fun bric-a-brac, and then they also have the same assortment of stuff that all of the thrift stores have. I'm really curious about the light bulbs. That's another one of those things that I never would have thought of looking for at the thrift store. Maybe I could see it making sense if it was an oddly shaped specialty bulb, but I'm not sure I'd be willing to take the gamble that they worked. Have you bought light bulbs at the thrift store? It just seems that it's cheaper to get them. Costco has coupons on theirs all the time. Love the pretty spoons. Somebody apparently had a collection that they decided to part with. And ooh, there was a little vase shaped like a fan there that I don't remember noticing while I was in the store actually staring at it in real life. I don't think that this shelf of figurines changes much. They just seem to be the same from visit to visit, or maybe that's just because they aren't on my radar as something I collect and they all look the same to me. Should have checked the price on the Precious Moments. My mom used to collect those and still has a ton of them. I don't know if she'd want to add to her collection if the price was right, and at this store the price probably would have been right. I'll have to ask her about that. I did not think to check here during the great shoe search of summer 2019. Now I know they have men's shoes, but I'm done shopping for shoes. For a split second, I thought I had found a recipe box, but no, these are Taste of Home, and they are all pre-printed cards with tabs that were designed to look handwritten, which is kind of a bummer because I am still looking for a recipe box with someone's family recipes to go along with that cookbook. And I was tickled to find this book from the King Tut Museum exhibition. exhibit tour, whatever it was. I went up there to Seattle with my parents and my grandma when I was maybe 6. That is one of the pieces, along with the mask, that I remember standing there and looking at. And my husband and I have debated whether what I saw was the real thing or reproductions that were on tour. So, kind of like having the book, because I'm pretty sure it says they were the real ones and it will prove my point, which is a really silly thing to bicker over. I'm totally aware of that. Thank you so much for watching. I am Michelle from Michelle's Romantic Tangle, and I love it when you come thrifting with me. Let me know what you're looking for when you thrift at your local thrift stores. Like the scale there, it's one of those things I'm always kind of halfway tempted to bring home, even though I already have one. I don't have a really good reason for buying one, let alone thinking I needed two, but that's how my mind works. I was also really entertained by this shelf here, which I think when we get to the tag there, it's odd and out of the ordinary. I don't know how the Fault in Our Stars and the Hunger Games possibly qualify as odd and out of the ordinary. Oh, and this I found at a different shop. It had been marked down to $5. I have been looking for one of these for years to replace the one that I had as a little kid that my mom got rid of, I guess, when she decided I'd outgrown it. And I was so tickled to find it for only $5, but I decided this is not the one for me. There will be another one later. Thanks again for watching.